Hi you guys, it's Ruby from Oofy Scraps and I am back with part 3 of my Coachella album process. This is going to be the final work in progress video for this project and I'm super excited to be pretty much done with the album at this point. I really love the way that everything is turning out. It has been really fun working with all of the colorful photos and getting to play off all of that with my embellishments and paper and everything like that. So I'm excited to be finishing it up. I kind of saved the last few things. I was trying to work in chronological order this time. Typically with travel albums, I bounce all over the place and it's fine for me, but I find that it might be hard for you guys to follow along because I'm bouncing around so much. So I was trying really hard to work in order chronologically in this album, but I always tend to have pages that I just struggle with. I don't know what to do, and I know that I have an idea in my head of what I want it to look like, but I haven't been able to figure out how to achieve that yet. So I wait and wait and wait, and I just skipped a couple pages. So basically we're going back and finishing the things I've been avoiding. So the first is this little quad of photos on day 2 with my little cloud outfit. So I was so excited. This is the only outfit I really bought for Coachella. I tried not to buy new stuff because as fun as it is to dress really wild and crazy for a music festival, because it's totally the place to do that, I find that I end up with these things that I'm never going to wear again in regular life, and then I won't want to wear them to the next Coachella. I want to wear something new. So I didn't want to buy a bunch of stuff. And I do have a lot of fun, colorful clothing that I could wear that I don't wear in my regular life already. So I try to do that. But I did buy this outfit. I bought this bodysuit, and I think I talked about it already, but it's a mesh sheer bodysuit from Urban Outfitters, and I got it on sale, and it's this really interesting shade of blue purple, and it has clouds all over it, and I love it. So I really wanted to do a cloud print photo or pattern paper for this, but I couldn't find one that was at all close to this color because it's kind of a unique color, and I was really frustrated and couldn't get it together. So anyways, I decided, I scoured scrapbook.com, looked at Michael's, everything. I decided to just get a piece of cardstock that was sort of in the right color, and then I was looking for cloud stickers, and I found this pack at Michael's also, which I feel like Michael's stickers are pretty overpriced and I don't typically love them, but these are actually pretty cute. They're a super thin, puffy, and they have some acetate and glitter on them. So I decided to make my own pattern paper. And I also used this piece of cloud washi tape that came off of a note, I think from Stephanie. And Stephanie Makes Stuff on Instagram. I'm pretty sure that's her tag. But I saw it and was like, oh my gosh, this will be perfect for my cloud outfit page, which is crazy. So I've been saving this little strip of washi tape. Anyways, I stuck that on, and then I scattered the clouds all around the page. I did do a little title on that one I just finished. I stuck another cloud on this one page, and I wrote On Cloud 9. So that's kind of my title for the page. But yeah, I think it turned out really cute. I'm still sad I wasn't able to find cloud print, but looking back, I mean, obviously I know it's cloud print on the photos, but that my bodysuit's cloud print, but it's pretty small. I mean, it's a 3x4, and it's not blatantly obvious that I'm wearing a cloud printed bodysuit. So whatever. It's one of those things where it's not a big deal, but I had my heart set on something. So whatever. It all's going to be fine. Now I'm taking some not Heidi Swap or Heidi Swap Color Shine. It's not that. It's a Nuvo Drops brand of it. I honestly don't know where mine is. I want to tell you what it's called. Okay, here it is. It's the Nuvo Sparkle Spray in the color Lavender Lining. Honestly, this stuff is so gorgeous. Oh, look, I tried showing you on the video. I'm so responsible. But Rachel Talman posted about it on Instagram. She posted some random stuff she got, and this was one of the things, and I was like, oh my god, that is gorgeous. It's beautiful. Honestly, in the bottle, I just looking at it. So I messaged her and asked her what it was called, and it was sold out on scrapbook.com, and I added it to my remind me when it's in stock again. This is the most random color. I only have gold other than this of like it's actually Distress spray, but it's like the same concept, but it's in gold. And I decided that like I needed this grape glittery purple color. So anyways, I got that. Glad I used it. That's good. And it works really well with this page. It was like a good color scheme. But as I've been blabbing on, we have already moved on to the next page. So this is a photo of my brother and I, one of my brothers. So two of my brothers didn't come with me, but they also were at the festival. And Bo is the photo. My brother Bo is in this photo. It's him and I walking, and I think my brother Wes took the photo. So it was just a cute little candid photo. And I didn't see him at all day one because our paths just didn't cross. He was staying in an Airbnb and whatever. I think I've talked about this too. But I was excited to get to see him, and we were going to see someone in this big. You can kind of see the what is it called? The stage. I don't forget who we saw. It was definitely not someone I was excited to see. It was someone my brother was excited to see. But anywho, did this little page. I love this star print. I think it's from the Fantastico collection from Obed Marshall. I think that's what it's called. It's not the new one. It's the older one. But I think it turned out really cute. And I did kind of a star theme embellishing this. So you'll see that. And this little tab that says Family Time is from Citrus Twist. It's a little blue one. And right now, the only Polaroid I included is this one of Steven and I, my boyfriend. From the same time we were taking those photos in the little page right before this. So I wasn't sure if I was going to include it because it's like another photo of us in the exact same place. And I just had used 4 photos in the page before. Sorry if I'm being confusing. But I decided I liked the texture and like the difference of the Polaroid wide film. So I backed it with some pattern paper, and I used this other photo of me that my brother Bo took. And it's like a little up close photo, and I really liked it because you can see my glasses, which is one of the only other things I bought for Coachella to go with this outfit. They're like super cheapy, clear, like blue tinted glasses, and they're in the shape of a cloud, like the lenses are, and they have gems hanging down that look like raindrops. They're really cool. And at first I thought it was going to be like a little funny that I was doing such a matchy-matchy thing with the clouds, but I got a lot of compliments, and it made me really excited that everyone was also excited. So anyways, I stuck another cloud puffy sticker. I was trying to use them up because I don't know when I'm going to use these like cloud puffy stickers again. So I tried using them up. I stuck one down on there, and then I used my little, what is it called? Dymo label maker, and I wrote day 2. I made that my little title, and then I'm going to embellish the little photo a bit, just with a couple things. And I think this is good. It goes along with those 3x4s that I've been adding in throughout the album. This, just to keep that as a consistent theme. I definitely don't have like a formula at all for this album, like whatsoever. It's quite random, but I did like that this was like a repeating theme throughout, was that I was doing these like little 3x4 flips throughout the album. So now I'm adding some more embellishments, doing those things I was telling you about with the puffies and all of that. So as I'm doing this, I just wanted to say hi to you guys. I hope everyone's doing well. I have been working on a week in the life behind the scenes of like actually crafting with this. So I'm kind of overwhelmed about the project. It's an Ali Edwards project if you're not familiar, but you basically document your whole week. And I didn't take as many photos as I feel like a lot of people do, but I definitely took a lot of photos. And I think I just don't know where to begin. So during this week of documenting, this was actually last week at the time of recording this, but I was working on the Coachella album throughout that week as like the actual physical crafting I was doing, which is nice. So I'm excited to work on that album. I just don't know how to like start, which is annoying. Whereas I feel like a travel album, I feel so comfortable doing travel albums because I just love my photos. I know exactly the story to tell. There's less like restrictions because I don't follow a formula, which I feel like some people think that helps making a formula, which I think it would. But for Week in the Life, I just don't know where to begin. I don't know why. I think because I want to make a formula and I don't normally work that way. And I know that using a formula will help, but I think I just don't even know where to begin. Anyways, I'm rambling, but that is what I'm thinking about right now. And that's honestly like where I was at when I was doing this process too, was it was nice to have like a little break to do just like fun, carefree crafting in this album, which feels very like freeing. Whereas Week in the Life for some reason feels like a big undertaking. I think because, I don't know. I was going to say it's because it's a really special memory, but I feel like trips are even more special. But I don't know. I guess I'm just used to travel albums. I would love to know what you guys are like most comfortable doing. Like, are you most comfortable working on like 12 by 12 layouts, day in the life type stuff, like project life? Are you more of like a holiday type album maker? I definitely am in my element doing a travel album. I think because I love traveling, and travel albums are like, well, it's not the first thing I did in scrapbooking, but it's definitely like what kept me coming back to scrapbooking, because I wanted to document all the trips I've taken, because I find traveling is like such an awesome experience. So I'd love to know what you guys are thinking. Speaking of which, I'm going to be taking the Allie Edwards travel classes. I really love her travel classes. I've taken a couple other of her classes, but the travel ones are definitely my favorite. So I'm excited for that. And I got the 4x4 buildable album, which will be fun to do. So I'm already like glazing over Week in the Life and ready to start doing another travel album. But anyways, back to what I'm actually doing. This is a photo we've looked at before, and I just wanted to add a little something to it. I love my full page photos and just the way that they make such a big impact, but I started adding a little embellishment to some of them and decided I wanted to do it to all of them. So this was Disclosure. We decided. I had to ask my boyfriend. I wasn't sure what the name of the band was because I didn't remember, but it was a really fun show, and they did a lot of really cool lights. I love when they do a good job with the lights. I think it's like a more immersive experience, and I feel like they have this huge stage and all of these things at their disposal, so if they don't take advantage of it, it's kind of a bummer. So anyways, I just took this little label sticker and some clear tile alphas that are from Michaels, and I just spelt out Disclosure. It barely fit, but luckily because they were clear with black type, the stickers, I was able to like overlap them. It kind of looks crazy, but you wouldn't notice unless you knew. Like, I know that it's overlapped because I overlapped them, but if you just look at it, it doesn't look crazy. But I barely was able to get that to fit. And I think I'd go ahead and add a couple of chipboard stars, but otherwise keep this pretty simple. Just a little something. I think it makes it look more intentional and less of like I just threw a photo in the pocket, which there's nothing wrong with that, but this album is pretty embellished, so I didn't want these to feel like forgotten, even though maybe like it's a nice breath of fresh air. I don't know. Anyways, then I wanted to add some like trim. So I have this really cute, like aqua maybe. It's like a bluish, like a light blue star, like daisy chain kind of trim. And I wanted to add more trim to this album so it'd be more like tactile, I guess. So I was running out of places where it would work, but I thought this was a good one. And so I went ahead and did some double-sided score tape and did it on both sides. I like the way that looks too. I sometimes just do the pom-pom trim on one side, but I think that the trim like this looks better on both sides. And so I did that on both sides, and then I will go ahead and staple it down with my tiny attacher to make sure she's all good in place. And I think that was a good little addition to the page, kind of made it feel a little more complete. And then I was letting those little like sparkle drops dry before I stuck that page in, but then it was dry, so I stuck that in. I'm going to stick in that page we were working on before, and then decide where I want to keep that 3x4 card. I liked it better on the bottom. I feel like when I did only one, I always did it on the bottom, but if I did multiple in one spot, I would put one on the top, one on the bottom. Anywho, now we're jumping on to day 3. So again, this is the whole reason we went to the festival, was to see Maggie Rogers. I think I've talked about this already. I definitely did. I don't think you see the journaling in this video, but I end up doing a bunch of typed journaling, and it pretty much fills the entire 2x4 pocket that's below that photo. But I did use like a pink polka dot pattern paper. I'm just searching through this box of pattern paper. It's all like cutoffs and smaller scraps. I try really, really hard to use my scraps. like I always go for my scraps before I go for paper pads, but it just feels like it's a never-ending abyss of paper. It's so annoying. But I try to use them and not be wasteful. That is the paper I end up using. It's a scrap from a 6x8 paper pad. But yeah, I don't know if you guys are big into using your scraps. I try not to hoard like tiny scraps, even though you see those tiny scraps to the left of my album. That's like my favorite paper of all time. But I try not to hoard scraps that I know I won't use. And I did go through and like die cut a bunch of scrap paper and made like labels and tags out of them, which I think was a good idea. I haven't really used those that much, but I feel like that's a good idea. I just hate wasting stuff, even though paper is like pretty inexpensive and like you could recycle it. I don't know. I have this whole thing, but I also have so much paper that it would probably be okay if I let some go to waste, but that's where I am in life. Anyways, I'm adding some more trim. This is Rickrack, and doing the exact same thing I did before, where I add it to the side of one of these like 3x8 size pockets. So again, with the thin, I think it's like 1/8 score tape, tape it down, and then I added it to both sides again, and then stapled it down. Did I even staple this? It doesn't look like I did. I should go back and staple it. I'm looking at my album in real life as I voice over. I find that helps me because sometimes I forget what I did. So I did that. But yeah, I think it's cute. I wanted to add, again, more of this texture, but I was finding that the pages that I could fit trim on didn't go with the trim I had. So if I found something that like halfway worked, I went with it. So that's where I was for this guy. And I want to apologize if it's like the video. I didn't cut anything out because it wasn't super long, and I figured I could just blab through all of the downtime. So if it looks like it's going slow or not interesting, like I'm just like off screen or like fussing with something for a while, it's because I didn't cut anything out. So hopefully that's cool with everybody. But yeah, I'm really excited to have this album pretty much done. I don't complete every single last thing in this video, but you'll see most of it. And the last few things was just like tying up loose ends, the things I'd been like super, super, super avoiding, printing out the last of my journaling that I did typed up, and all of that. But I do get through most of it. And again, I'm super excited that this album is just like really colorful. That's what I wanted. I wanted it to be like really indicative of what Coachella feels like to me and like my experience, which is like very fun and carefree and colorful and like wild. And I used like a lot of pattern and a lot of different mixed prints and colors and just like wild random embellishments. And I really wanted to let the photos like be the big, huge basis of everything. And I think I was able to achieve that, which is awesome. So again, I decided that none of my full page photos could be bare. I had to add something to all of them. So I went ahead and added another sticker from this, I think, American Crafts sticker sheet. I was able to use a lot of these stickers, which was fun. And I think it just says sunshine. So that is all I do for today. I hope you guys enjoy it. Again, there are a few things that I don't do on camera, so definitely stay tuned for the flip through. That will be coming up next. I'll work on this little page that I haven't done yet there. But I hope you guys have enjoyed all the processes, enjoyed all of my blabbing that I've been doing, and I hope you were able to follow along. And I can't wait to show you guys the fully finished album in the next video, and I will talk to you then. Have a great day, you guys. Bye.